Welcome, everybody, to the fourth and final round of the spooky version of Wednesday Night Standard. Pretty spooky. We've got mono blue tempo, which looked pretty scary in that last round, versus Izzet from Alex Halonen.
Yes. This Izzet deck had a lot of cards that were very cool. It's like a...
I think we're on Izzet Drake.
I know, but does it have the mythic... the Phoenix, the Arclight Phoenix? Is that what it's called?
Unknown.
Arclight Phoenix. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells, return Arclight Phoenix from the graveyard to the battlefield. It has haste, so it will be probably attacking that turn.
It will be hasty. So we'll see. Unknown if he has it. Actually, I think I see it in hand, so maybe a little bit less unknown. 2 mana for an Electromancer. In turn, we're going to opt. Falcor, I apologize for being very spooky, but sometimes on Halloween, it's just how you got to be.
Alex, interestingly, did not decide to shock on turn 1. So he could have gone Mountain Shock on the 1-drop.
He did, but he didn't shock.
Here's the Phoenix in the bin.
So if you're playing this Phoenix deck, you need to really strategically use your cards because you want to hit 3 in the same turn, and shock is one of the good methods to do that. Unfortunately, he didn't hit another one. Otherwise, he'd be able to get that Phoenix back this turn.
Right, if you were going to opt and then Phoenix. Or opt and then shock.
Yes, it would be super spooky to let your opponent sideboard for you. They would just take out 15 lands and put in all of the 15 other cards.
I was playing a match. We weren't playing for top 8, but we were playing for some money prizes at the SCG. And Gerard Fabiano said, "Hey, why don't we just shuffle our sideboards in and take 15 cards out?" And I said, "I'm good. I'm just going to sideboard." He shuffled 15 cards in and took 15 random ones out and still beat me.
Perfect.
So that was a spooky time for me.
Yeah.
It was the Delver, the standard Delver mirror. It was
Oh.
very brutal.
Yeah, that's...
He knew more than I did in that he understood that it was very random.
Yes.
And so he was having a good time, whereas I was trying to play my best.
Come back. Yep. 10. Look one. Get 8. Go ahead.
Alex down to 8. Now we're seeing the power of these Tempest Gems that we didn't see last match.
Yeah, so Alex doesn't have a spell. He's got Lava Coils, I guess, that could deal more than...
Yeah, Lava Coil will do it. Beacon Bolt will do it.
More than 3 damage, but I don't think he's going to get past these Wizard Retorts and Dive Downs.
All right, we're retorting the Tormenting Voice, which stops Alex from drawing any cards. He was trying to get back both of his Arclight Phoenixes. But he needed to kind of get lucky off of his Tormenting Voice and hitting a single instant or sorcery.
Here's an Enigma Drake that could trade off.
Not anymore.
Not if we're going to have this. And there's 10 in the air.
That'll do it.
Not enough.
Not enough. That was a quick one. Both these players know what they're doing. They know the cards that are worth fighting over, so I don't think this is going to be a super long match.
Yeah, not a lot of posturing. I hope this Izzet deck is worth playing because I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's... So I don't think...
It's absolutely worth playing, for the record.
Is it?
Yes, it is absolutely worth playing.
All right. Well, maybe I'll choose to play that instead of something else.
Yeah, the Izzet deck's nice. It has a good Golgari matchup.
Is why it's worth playing.
Yeah.
So I understand why we have Tormenting Voice discarding the Phoenix.
Yeah.
However, I don't think,
However.
in my opinion, I would not put.
God, here we go.
I would not put it in the. I wouldn't put it as like a primary plan. Like, man, I hope I get to pull this trick off.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
So 2 mana draw 2 is much better than 2 mana draw 1.
Yes, I agree, but I think you discard it then, and you know it'll come back in a later turn. I don't necessarily need to roll it off all on one turn. Like Alex kind of went for it there, and we saw him miss.
Well, he had to.
Had to?
Yeah, that was his. That's what he had.
Okay.
You gotta play to your hand as much as you play to your deck, and his hand was one where he could set that up, but he didn't have a whole lot of other action.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he had the backup Arclight Phoenix in hand, so.
Sure. So if you were to sideboard for your opponent, would you immediately take out 15 land?
Yeah.
Is that just the out every time, and you just bring in all the other cards?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So I would take out like a specific color of land. Like I wouldn't just take out 15 randomly.
Sure. If I could get 15, get all their white lands or all their
Yeah.
blue lands or whatever.
100%.
All right. Or, gosh, I bet you could get all their win conditions on some of these lists.
Unlike a control list, maybe. But I mean, if you take out 15 lands, the control deck's not going to beat you with 10 lands in that deck.
Right. And no aggro deck's beating you with 5 lands in their deck.
No. Unless they draw them all.
Unless they draw them all. Draw them all, big guy. Draw them all. Nice. Split card and opt.
Man, can you imagine taking out 15 of the Esper control list lands?
Jeez.
Like, let's say you get to keep all of your blue black lands and your Fields of Ruins, but no basics.
Right. Yeah, that would be a spooky time. It would be a much harder tournament.
Very spoopy.
I've always heard, have you ever actually played in a backdraft?
Yeah.
Always heard about them, never actually played in them. Would love to.
Yeah, so you got to play with, like, older sets. Makes it better.
Okay.
Like, newer sets, the cards are of a much more flat power level.
Yeah. The best card is closer to the worst card than previous.
Well, rather the best card, or the worst card is closer to the median card than previous.
Okay. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that's like a very minute distinction you just made there.
It's a huge distinction.
No, I know you think it is.
Opt-in.
Yep, and finds his second land.
This is kind of finals indeed.
This is finals-ish.
Here's an opt.
Zach is undefeated. Alex has a loss. So this is pretty awesome. Ooh, and Zach on 1 land, Alex on 2. So this 3 now. This could be a big deal. This could make or break us here, folks. So he opted into the second one and top decked the third one there. So he's got another opt in hand.
Yeah.
I think Zach might have to discard. I can't see how many cards in hand, though.
He's got, I don't know, yeah, we'll see. They both mulligan to 6, so
Oh.
he's on less.
Yep. Draw. Yep.
Is that the jump start?
No, that's a Curious Obsession. Oh, the one from Alex. Yeah, that's the Jumpstart
Draw
cantrip.
1? Yeah.
Sure. Draw card.
Yikes.
You're up.
That's not where you want to
Jeez.
be if you're Zach.
No. I don't think this is going to last very long for him.
Drew a spell he could cast.
Yeah, so Zach kept a 6-lander with a, or 6-card hand with Island Opt and missed
Several turns in a row.
on four draw steps, so that's no good. Here's a Goblin Electromancer, which is going to give Alex all kinds of opportunity.
Radical idea? Sure.
Draw a card. Discard Tormenting Voice, discarding a land, draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Draw all the cards.
Tormenting Voice, discarding Steam Vents.
I might have even just made the decision about like how many of these cards am I actually gonna be able to cast this game, and discarded an instant spell there to pump my Drake up, see if it changes the clock. How much do you take there? 5.
Second main.
So 6. It'll probably be.
6
Yeah.
doesn't
I
speed
would.
up the clock.
Well, putting him to 14. If you can put 2 more spells in, speeds it up a whole turn.
Well, sure.
How about 16?
So yeah, you just
Zach's
gotta
seen
do
enough. He put the Curious Obsession on, drew an extra card, still didn't hit a second land, so he's going to go through his deck and make sure that he didn't accidentally sideboard out 15 islands.
Yeah, that would have been a travesty.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. We were just joking about that.
Don't do that, Zach. We were just kidding. Just kidding about what would be horrible. So are you ready to play Standard? I know you're hunting these Jade Light Rangers.
Yeah, so
Is that the only thing left for you?
I technically need like a Vivian Reed too.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on this red deck.
Do it. Pull all the triggers.
Because it'll dovetail into this this Izzet deck that Alex is playing, which I'm also pretty interested in. So that way I'll have 2 kind of options, depending on what I want to do.
Yeah, you missed the boat on Arc Light Phoenixes. Or no, you bought a playset from somebody, didn't you?
I think I got some from Medina, or I arranged to get some from Medina. I should text him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll figure that out. Yeah, missed the boat on the arc lights. They might have taken off already. GameSwap Mason's got all this stuff in stock too, so they do a pretty good job of trying to keep a.
Not Jade Lights.
Listen, it's
Slops to GameSwap Mason on their Jade Light Ranger
Jade
selection.
Light Rangers. Yeah.
And Vivian Reed. I don't think I have a Vivian Reed either, but I don't even care about that.
You don't think you've... Yeah, holy smokes, this Arclight fan, it's already up to $25 and out of stock on StarCityGames.com. Might as well be 50.
Might as well be 100.
Might as well be. Oh, man, you're going to love this. So one time, John Douglas and I were at, like, the biggest grocery store in Cincinnati, and I bought this bread called Dave's Power Seed bread, and I just got a banner ad for him.
All of this powerful seed. What am I going to do?
I was really trying to eat like a lot of protein and a lot of fiber were like the 2 big things I wanted in my
Yeah,
diet.
you wanted all the seed.
In my diet at the time, and this bread had like 9 grams of protein per serving.
A monoseed diet.
And it was literally like eating a bucket of gravel.
Wow, Alex taking the 2 here.
It was delicious, but very roughage. Very high on roughage.
End of turn opt. Scry 1. I think it's a spell pierce to the bottom. You might be digging for lands again. I think he got one though.
All right,
did.
there's a second land. That's what we like to see.
So Alex opts end of turn. I don't know. So we played the Siren Storm Tamer over the Warkite Marauder. Not a huge fan of that.
Tormenting Voice.
So he's got the Spell Pierce back. I'm wondering if...
Yeah,
there we go.
We'll take a 2 for 1.
So Zach is definitely, trying to run Alex out of resources by hitting those card advantage spells.
Oh, and then the Tempest Djinn. Wow.
Yeah, Tempest Djinn's a big deal.
That's what I call tempo. Volume 8.
What volume of that are they on now? Like 30?
The 50s. I
you
think they
serious?
just hit 50 like this year or last year. Wait, no. They might have just hit 100 this year or last year. I think
feel
it's
like,
100.
I feel like they should have put out like a, that's what I call, like the best of that's what I call,
Yeah.
for every 100. And just take one off of each of the albums. Boop, 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 boop. Get you a nice 100, like a compilation.
Dunzo. Did it.
All right, here's the Warkite Marauder after the Tempest Djinn and the Siren Storm Tamer come in.
All right, drawing 2. Enigma Drake. It's a Beacon Bolt. Oh, no, that's an Electromancer. Play the Electromancer.
Yep, there it is.
We're going to take one more big hit.
4, 5, 6, 7. Putting Alex to 5. Can't take another one like that.
And if I'm Zach, so I've got a Tempest Djinn.
He's got a
But I've also
negate
got
and a
an-
spell pierce in his hand, so I think he's just
Negate
passing.
opt, I believe. But yes, I definitely want to just pass.
You're right. It's Tempest Djinn, negate, op.
So this Warkite Marauder means we need 2 flying blockers to deal with the Tempest Djinn.
So I will try
And that's...
This guy?
3. Yeah. I think I have to.
So we've got a Beacon Bolt. Got to tap some mana for it.
I think I'm probably dead either way. But
Beacon Bolt the Warkite Marauder. Zach's going to get his negate active here. And Alex tipping his hand that this is a split card.
Yes.
Only problem with the split cards, you definitely...
So we're going to expansion.
Resolve.
Casting expansion.
And then, yeah, then the beat, yeah.
yeah, and then go to combat. Phoenix trigger. So I cast 3 spells. I cast your negate. I cast this. I cast.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Which is going to copy an instant or sorcery is converted mana cost 4 or less, and then new targets for the copy. So it copies the negate and targets the negate that it copied.
Oh, we had the Merfolk Trickster anyway, and that was it.
You didn't have a land or an
So that'll do it. Zach will go undefeated.
Alex is going to get to roll the dice for one of these fine packs.
Yeah, we're going to get him some pack. And
Here's
then
what else is going to happen. We're going to open the remainder of these packs on the camera. No?
that's an aggressive assumption that you just made.
Well,
I'll be right back.
Okay. Some of them, I want to open one of them, at least.
That's
The guilds
really good.
packs are
It's
mine.
actually bonkers.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to open this guild pack while he goes out. Can we get the back camera?
Let's go to Phoenix.
Can I get the camera on me?
Oh,
Voice
yeah.
just go to Phoenix. Is
It was just a
amazing.
tempo play from on my part. Like it prevents, like he's down 2
We
cards.
get that
and then he
flipped
doesn't
over?
draw it. Like it's basically down 4 cards.
So I'm going to
That's all it is.
open this pack here.
Like it's not. a
Hopefully I can
fantastic
get the back
counter, but,
camera
like, like
on
it is,
me.
like I said, it's just
Tormenting Voice is actually super
At some point in
Yeah.
time,
All right, Alex.
while Zach
So it's really
fills out his
engine.
thing.
You're gonna get some trick or treat action here. What we're doing is
No?
because Halloween.
All right, I guess you're going to be working on pulling out the pack. I think that match is interesting. This mono blue tempo deck is very interesting to me. I
Anything else gets you one of these.
wonder how... I think you can race it. So I'm wondering how the green decks beat it. Like,
No.
I don't know. I feel like I could get a big guy down and race it, a Carnage Tyrant, something like that. It's going to get me ahead of it.
Theoretically, you can't get
So let's see here in this pack that I opened. I'm looking at Luminous Bonds is the draft pick
They did do that. Yeah.
over.
I thought it was Dragon Space.
Yeah, nothing is as good as Luminous Bonds. Elite Guild Mage, Price of Fame, and it probably contends Luminous
Roll the
Bonds.
die. All right.
We Dragonauts
Roll
for
it
the
on camera so everybody can
uncommons.
see.
The rare is Aurelia. All right, I'll take the Aurelia. And the Izzet Guild Gate was the Guild Gate. Well, that's neat. I didn't have an Aurelia, and I'm gonna wanna. I could load up on her and play her in my standard deck.
We've got an Izzet.
That's non-zero.
Let's see what's gonna come in this pack. I think a 3 was rolled,
I'm guessing $5.
and so
max.
Alex has opened a. Ooh, is that a Ghost Council Warzava? Orzhov Obsidat?
This deck is actually sweet.
Obsidividat? Well, there you go, Obsidividat on camera. That's a nice last pack.
It's a pretty nice last pack.
Pretty nice last pack. I opened my pack, and I got this Aurelia Exemplar of Justice.
Very nice.
Is that? Oh, if I go this way.
There you go. Aurelia.
Aurelia.
So here's this other Guilds Ravnica pack.
Other
It's
Guilds
yours,
Ravnica pack?
if you want to open it.
All right, I'm gonna open this one too.
Do we want to open this Born of the Gods, or do we want to give it away to somebody that hasn't gotten a pack out there yet?
I say give it away.
All right, what do we got? Card.
10th District Guard,
God, I hated this set.
Leapfrog,
Oh, that's Born of the Gods.
Halberdier,
Corticulous Vine.
the Vine thing. This is the.
Never
Oh,
happened.
never happened. Never knew that card did. This is the Fog. No, Crushing Canopy. The 03 Wall, the black one. The Selesnya guy that everybody gains life. Is it Charm? Is it
You're wrong.
Locket? No. Is this
The Convoke Vigilance guy.
Convoke Vigilance guy, I'm sorry. Flower Flourish. This card's staying with me. This is the Selesnya guy where he was an XX, and he has Convoke.
Yep, that's true.
And this is a
Plague Crafter.
Plague Crafter.
That's a nice one. Wow.
Oh, and an Assassin's Trophy. Man, went 2 for 2 on good packs.
Sorry, everybody that went for the trick.
Went for the trick. There were some treats.
Treats where it was at.
Treat is where it was at today.
All right, so I'm going to run out there and find someone to give this Born of the Gods pack to.
What are we doing with the other Masters pack?
I mean, I don't know.
Is that one yours?
I mean, I bought it.
Are you going to open it?
Sure.
All right.
Fire it off.
Nice.
Okay.
What a great Halloween night.
Great Halloween night. Let's trick ourselves. Okay. Didn't even get a token.
Oh, God. He didn't. He got the BS ad on both sides.
Yeah, that is the worst. This pack's not even worth opening anymore. All right. We got some Scatter the Seeds.
Scatter the Seeds. All right, check.
One of my personal favorites, Thrumming Bird. Big fan of that one. Shrivel was a solid sideboard card at one point.
Yeah, Shrivel's a great sideboard card.
Can't complain about that. Repeal.
Repeal.
Solid one.
Cube All-Star Repeal.
Cube All-Star. Apostle's Blessing. I have bought so many Apostle's Blessings in my life.
Infect All-Star Apostle's Blessing.
Yes. Also Heroic All-Star.
Oh, yeah.
In the
wasn't
Pauper
that bad.
Heroic deck. Yeah. Waking Nightmare. Nobody has ever played this card ever.
Okay.
It's just never happened.
Oh, it's the Arcane, yeah.
Yeah. The Tukatung Talon. I have played way more Tukatung Talons than I care to admit.
Than you ever should have.
Correct. Dragon Soul Knight was actually a really good card in this limited environment.
Yep, that card was very pickable.
The Effervescent Evolving Wilds.
Love and Evolving Wilds.
Sphere of the Suns. That's a good one.
Yeah, that card got played for a minute.
Dispatch is a very nice card.
This is a card that moves in and out of...
Not that patch.
This one.
This one.
This is a card that moves in and out of Affinity sideboards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending on what's going on in the format there.
Tumble Magnet.
This card was unbelievable in its format. It was so windmill first pickable.
I love that limited format. I played the worst decks, but I loved it.
Absolutely.
If you can get me at Golem Foundry, oh man. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got the Ethercast Knight.
This was another great limited format.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, but it's a 1/3.
And it's got Exalted.
It's got Exalted.
All right. We coming up. We got 3 uncommons. Yep.
3 uncommon. So here's the rare. We're gonna go foil first.
Whatever you think.
What do you think? You're the
foil's,
pack master.
I think the foil's best.
Go foil best or first?
Foil first.
Foil first? All right. So for our foil, we have a foil flash freeze, it looks like. Yep, that's what it is.
There it is.
Foil flash freeze. That's a pretty nice one.
It's not horrible. It's a nice sideboard card sometimes.
Yeah, very nice cyber card. All right. The rare.
The rare. Big deal here.
Throwing it up.